Hey y'all, welcome to the Happier Attorney, the channel where we talk about mindset for attorneys and personal development for attorneys and flat fees for attorneys. And I want to tell you a story today. I was recently working with a client on some personal development, and she's not even an attorney. And she and her husband have a big company and big lifestyle, and they're really struggling with what do they want in life. And we were working through some of that, and this story came to mind. And some of you might have heard this story. If you have, it's worth hearing again. But we're going to be talking, it's January, and as of tomorrow, it won't be, but, this is a good time of year where we've thought about goals maybe and what we want for the year. What if we focused out and, okay, what do you really want? Not just what your brain tells you want, but what is the core of what you really want? What is your North Star? That's pretty important to know. So this story is a Brazilian story by Paulo Coelho, Coelho. I apologize for butchering that. This is The Fisherman and the Businessman. There once was a businessman who was sitting by the beach in a small Brazilian village. As he sat, he saw a Brazilian fisherman rowing a small boat towards the shore, having caught quite a few fish. The fisherman was impressed and asked the businessman was impressed and asked the fisherman, "How long does it take you to catch so many fish?" The fisherman replied, "Oh, just a short while." Businessman, "Then why don't you stay longer at sea and catch even more?" The businessman was astonished. "This is enough to feed my whole family," the fisherman said. The businessman then said, "So what do you do for the rest of the day?" The fisherman replied, "Well, I usually wake up early in the morning, go out to sea, catch a few fish, then come back, play with the kids. In the afternoon, I take a nap with my wife. And evening comes, and I join my buddies in the village for a drink. We play guitar, sing, and dance throughout the night." The businessman offered a suggestion to the fisherman. "I have a PhD in business management. I could help you become a more successful person. From now on, you could spend more time at sea and try to catch as many fish as possible. When you have saved enough money, you could buy a bigger boat and catch even more fish. Soon, you will be able to afford to buy more boats, set up your own company, set up your own production plant for canning food and a distribution network. By then, you will have moved out of this village and to San Paulo, where you can set up an HQ to manage your other branches." The fisherman continues, "And after that?" The businessman laughed heartily. "After that, you can live like a king in your own house. And when the time is right, you can go public and float your shares on the stock exchange, and you will be rich." The fisherman asks, "And after that?" The businessman says, "After that, you can finally retire. You can move to a house by a fishing village, wake up early in the morning, catch a few fish, then return home to play with the kids, have a nice afternoon nap with your wife, and when evening comes, you can join your buddies for a drink, play the guitar, sing and dance throughout the night." The fisherman was puzzled. "Isn't that what I'm doing now?" I'm right there with you. We can get trapped into the hustle, 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 more, bigger, 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 and lose sight of what the actual end goal is. Because maybe we're a lot closer to it than we actually think. And maybe what you truly want, not what your brain says you want, and certainly not what you're told you're supposed to want, that's easy. We know what we're supposed to want. We're supposed to want, the big, nice house, all of the furniture. We're supposed to want to travel extensively, probably to Europe once a year. We're supposed to want bigger firm, bigger practice, more clients, more clients, more clients, more clients, more employees, grow, grow, grow. And, and the implication is you're doing something wrong if you aren't doing that and if you don't want that, it's pretty important to know what you truly actually want. Because what if you want a pretty simple life? What if at the end of the day, you just want a small place on the beach? Okay? It's pretty important to know that. So I would invite you to take some time and maybe, this is a simple story and you're like, I don't live in Brazil. I'm not a fisherman. Okay. You're overthinking it, which is part of the problem. I'm not saying you need to move to Brazil and become a fisherman in order to have a simple life. Okay. You might still have to go and, create a business and do the things. But it's pretty important to not get caught in that cycle of more, bigger, 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 bigger for the one day that I can have this. When what if, you're already pretty close to having it? Don't get caught in the, I'm going to do something that I don't want to do, that I hate doing, and somehow work my way out of to be able to do what I want to do. That is a trap, my friend, a trap that I have gotten into more than once. So just be cognizant of that. And as we're going through, what do I want to accomplish this year? What are the gains that I want? What are the targets that I want to hit? What is your North Star? What is at the end of the day? When I say at the end of the day, I mean, when you are 65, when you are 70, when you are 80, what do you truly, truly want? And I would be highly skeptical. I'd probably call bullshit. If when we're sitting, if we're sitting, we're going on a hike, or it's a Friday night, we're having a glass of wine, and I say, what do you really want when you're 75? What do you really want to have accomplished? If you said, oh, I want to be able to say I, gross this much money in my firm, or I grew it to this many attorneys. Really? That's what your success at the end of your life is going to look like? Whether you hit that goal? Or is it going to be, no, I'm doing that so I can get this? What if there's an easier way to get that? Or what if, you're overshooting a little bit? Just remember the story. There's other ways to get what you want. But you have to know what you want. You have to truly know what you want. Just something to think about. It's a great story. It's a great story to read on a regular basis, just to check in. So if you have gotten any value out of this at all, I'm going to ask that you subscribe. This is how other attorneys find this. This is how you get notified and all of the things. So subscribe. I hate to say it, but truly. So thanks so much. Take care. Bye.